Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another noodle film review. Tonight we're looking at another favourite genre of mine, westerns, and we're looking at the Italian sort of spaghetti western from the 1970s, and it's called "If You Meet Sartana, Pray for Your Death." Um, yeah, that's a heck of a title, right? Um, this is from my Sartana box set, which I got from for Christmas. It's the Arrow box set, and it contains 5 of these spaghetti westerns, all about Sartana. Now, if you don't know who Sartana is, he's the Italian version of Clint Eastwood's The Man with No Name. So he's a bit of an outlaw, a bit of a gunslinger, but a bit of a goody too, if you like. And the film sort of starts off with a stagecoach being sort of robbed by these bandits, and they shoot everyone, the woman, the guy, everyone's there, and they rob them, and then Sartana turns up, and he has a gunfight and takes all them out, and he's got this really weird little gun. It's like a 4-barreled sort of gun. It's only a tiny gun which he hides under his cloak, and he shoots it with it. Anyway, they all get killed, and the film then starts. And we then join another stagecoach. This time, this one is have a chest of sort of like gold bullion in it, and this is making a journey across the west, and comes under fire by a bunch of Mexicans. Now, inside the actual coach, there's a priest, a woman, and like a Mexican guy and another guy who's asleep. Anyway, the Mexican guy starts befriending the woman, starts talking to her and the priest, and they start becoming sort of chatty and stuff. But like I said, they come under fire by these Mexicans who start attacking them, and they start shooting the guys that are driving the stagecoach. And inside the stagecoach, the Mexican guy says, "Don't worry," to the woman, just keep calm. And he draws out a gun and he shoots them all. That's inside the stagecoach, the woman, the priest, and everyone. So he's a part of these Mexicans that are actually robbing his stagecoach. So they rob his stagecoach, and they find the chest of the gold on the back. But then they come under attack by a group of cowboys, outlaws, led by Klaus Kinski. A young Klaus Kinski stars in it, and they rob the Mexicans. So it's a double whammy, and then they get the gold, and off they shoot. Now, Klaus Kinski goes his way, and the rest of them say, "We're going to take the gold here. We'll meet up there later." Anyway, they get to this sort of like ravine part of this sort of like barren area, and they decide they're going to not work with Klaus Kinski. They're going to take the money and the gold and run themselves. But up on the hill, watching them, it's Klaus Kinski, and he's got like one of those really old-fashioned, wind-up sort of machine guns on a stand. So he then shoots his whole outlaw sort of posse and kills them all. And then he goes down to look for the gold. He opens the chest, and there's no gold in there. It's just bits of rock. So it's been another double whammy. And then we go into town, and Klaus Kinski rides into town, and he sort of like demands money from these town folks. So I think it's all a big setup. And then our hero, Sartana, turns up in town, and he's there to sort of like relax, I suppose. He goes to the saloon, and Klaus Kinski is there playing cards with some others, and he joins the card game. And he wins the card game, Sartana. He wins loads of money, and afterwards they all, as he's walking, and he goes out the bar to his horse to go, they all threaten him. Said, "Oh, you cheated at cards." Anyway, so then we get the typical gunfight, and of course, Sartana takes them all out of his gun, apart from Klaus Kinski, who's spared. So he then rides out of town, and the others are sort of like chasing him. And that's what I'm going to tell you. Now, there seems to be some hunting for this gold. And now they're after Sartana, who seems to be like an outlaw, but a good doing outlaw, and they're sort of chasing him. But now there seems to be a rivalry between the Klaus Kinski character and our hero. So what's going to happen? Is there going to be a showdown between these? Is him and his posse, are they after him? Does Sartana know what the gold is? Does anybody know what's happening with this gold? And why are these stagecoaches being robbed? You need to watch it and find out. What do I think of if you meet Sartana, pray for your death? Then it's awesome. It's an amazing spaghetti western. It's got every ingredient. It's got a sort of loose story, but some great sort of photography. And there is a lot of action in this film. There's lots of gunfights. There's a lot of shootouts. There's a lot of horse riding, and and our hero looks really cool. He wears this long sort of black coat, which is red inside, almost very Dracula-like. And he's got this very, very stage presence about him, and it's very, very, very Italian. The pluses of this edition, it looks phenomenal. It looks really grainy, it looks really old, and it looks great, but it looks very, very vibrant. The acting is very, very poor, but awesome. It's a great western. It's a typical western. The music does not fit the film whatsoever. This is like Italian music that would fit a giallo film, and they've used it in like a western. But it plays out amazingly. It's such a cool film. I really love this character, and I'm so looking forward to watching the other 4 movies in the set. I'm so lucky to get this. It's like a 5 movie set that's just so cool. Absolutely dead chuffed with it. So I'm going to score this one an awesome watch and give it an 8 out of 10. It's a great spaghetti western. Absolutely brilliant. It's not going to blow your mind. I mean, westerns don't. I mean, there's very few westerns that are absolutely mind-blowing, like High Noon and sort of westerns like that, which are absolutely phenomenal. That are 10 out of 10 films. There's very, very few of them. And these are not going to be like that, but these are going to be an awesome sort of time. You want to sit and watch cowboys get down on it and just shoot and fight and stuff. And spaghetti westerns were so popular in the 70s. If you're really unsure what spaghetti western is, it's pretty much they were called that because they originated from Italy. And obviously Italy was known for its spaghetti and things like that, and that is true. And they were always that little bit more ultra-violent than your standard western, which you have with John Wayne in, or Henry Ford, any of those sort of westerns. But they were kind of like, you'd have the odd shootout in there, or the odd punch up. But this one is out and out violent sort of thing all the way through it. There's gunfighting and people get killed, no second thought about it, sort of thing. And that's what a spaghetti western is. It's a more violent sort of cowboy film that these sort of westerns originated from Italy. And this is one of the original ones, and it's amazing, absolutely fantastic. 8 out of 10. Any of you guys seen this film? If you have, let me know what you think of it down below. I mean, do you love westerns? I absolutely adore them. I mean, my favourite western of all time is Unforgiven. I absolutely love it. It's a really harsh story, but an amazing film. I must bring it to my channel at some point. But I do love these old school spaghetti westerns. I prefer them over the sort of 1950s and that westerns of John Wayne and stuff, which I still do like. But these were a bit more grittier, you know, like some of the American ones, like the Man with the No Name series, or Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, all those sort of films that I absolutely really love. This is along the same sort of lines. Really, really cool. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. I will look at some more westerns in the Sartana box set, so stay tuned for some more. See you soon.